Yeah, welcome. It's me, Adetunji Bolagade, and straight to the point. I don't have to waste time. There are three things that I need to first of all explain to you about this video, which you need to understand, everybody. The first thing is what we call the bankroll. When you say bankroll, let me just quickly put it down. When you say bankroll means the amount of money we want to stake. I mean that you want to invest in the football betting. Now, how much are you starting with? That's the total amount of money you have funded into your betting account that you want to start your betting with. So let's say you are starting with 200,000 naira. That is your bankroll. That's the amount of money you want to devote for the sake of the betting. You understand? Now, the other thing is what we call the staking capital. Daily staking capital, daily staking capital. We need to understand all this for us to be very successful. So for example now, like you're using 200,000 naira, like 200,000 naira as your bankroll, then depends on the strategy we are using. Some strategy will require that we use just 5% of our staking, I mean of our bankroll on daily basis. Some strategy will require that we use 10%. I hope you understand. So if the strategy requires that we use 10%, that means you'll be using 10,000 naira daily. No, sorry, that means we'll be using 20,000 naira daily if it is 10%. You know that 20,000 naira is 10% of 200,000 naira. That's like your bankroll divided by 10. That's what we mean by 10%. So it means that for you to exhaust that money, you must take 10 times for it to be exhausted. I hope you understand this. Now, and you are talking about the 5%. If it is the 5%, then that is 10,000 naira. 5% of 200,000 naira is 10,000 naira. So 5%. So I explained two things there. I explained bankroll. I explained daily staking capital. So there are sometimes we just say, okay, we are taking 5% of your bankroll. So you should understand it straight off. Fine. Now the other thing I need you to understand is rollover. When we talk about rollover, as it's very simple, when we say rollover, so and we will concentrating on one rollover here. We call it one rollover. What does it mean? Maybe you play on day one. On your day one, you play. Maybe you're using 10,000 naira. Maybe we are working with a 3 odds. You make 30,000 naira. I hope you understand. Then on day two, if you are doing a rollover, the total amount of money you won the previous day, you put it 30,000 naira. That is what you will now roll over. You know, this will now give you 90,000 naira. That is a complete cycle of one rollover. One rollover means that you play the first day, you won, and all the money you won that first day, you pack everything together, you put it for the second day, and once you win for the second day, that is the end of the rollover. The rollover acts ended there. Then by your third day, you go back to your normal staking capital, which is your 10,000 naira. I hope you understand this. You go back to it. So if you play, you win, or maybe you lose, whatever. Let's say you win, then day 4, you pack all the 30,000 naira. You want to do a rollover again, and if you play, you lose. Let's say you now lose, then by your day 5, you go back to your normal staking capital, which is the 10,000 naira. I hope you understand. You won't continue with 5,000. The rollover means you are looking for 2 back-to-back winnings. Back-to-back winnings. Once 2 back-to-back winnings happens, then your rollover has completed the cycle. So you start from the normal staking capital again. Let's say your staking capital is 10,000 naira of whatever. You start with it again. So if you have 2 back-to-back winnings again, that means your rollover has completed. This is very important to understand, please, because that is the concept that I will work on here to achieve our millions. So let me just take some practical example. Look at from the records we have here. Okay, look at this. And the good thing here is that on each successful rollover, we make like times 9 of our money if you are using 3 odd. Now take for example on 1st of May here, there was a winning. So you put 10,000 naira, you made 30,000 naira. We are assuming that the odd is 3, so we are not going to on a long run the odd will be, we work towards 3. So you put 10,000 naira here, you win 30,000 naira. You move to date 2, you put all the 30,000 naira, you win how much? You win 90,000 naira. That is a complete cycle of a rollover. So the rollover has ended there. By day 3, you will start with your normal staking amount, which is 10,000 naira. I hope you understand. You put 10,000 naira, you lose. So that means that is the end of that rollover quest. So by the time you move here, you put another 10,000 naira. After each you lose, or after each successful rollover, you start back with your normal capital, which is your 10,000 naira or whatever your own daily staking capital is. So here you lose it, piam, that's gone. On day 4, you start with your 10,000 naira again. You put 10,000 naira, you win 30,000. You wanted to roll over on day 5, it lost. Then that means that's the end of the rollover there. Now, you came here, you put 10,000 naira, you won 30,000 naira. You came back here, you put the 30,000 naira, you won it. That's another rollover completed. I hope you understand. So that is 2 rollovers that you have actually achieved. On a long run, if you look at it critically, the rollover is always better than you just taking straight. I mean, okay, I'm using 10,000 naira per day. No, the rollover works better. It works better. Sometimes it might give you hypertension by the time you are playing, and you are not winning. But by the time you start reaping it, you see that there's a lot of money to be made in the strategy. So I hope you have understand the concept of the rollover, because I'm going to choose a month now. I will calculate the rollover for the month. Then afterwards, I'm very sure that you'll be able to calculate your own rollover yourself. So now, let's just take a month. But there's one thing I like to highlight here, that no matter the amount of okay, now the month I would like to take. I'd like to work with the month of is it April, or there's a particular month? Okay, fine. Let's work this month that they have lost a lot of matches. I think they lost 15 matches at a stretch. I hope you understand. They lost 15 matches at a stretch and ended up losing like 18 matches that month. So let's use that particular month, so that we can know that, okay, in the worst scenario, this is what we should expect. So let's use the month of May to calculate our strategy of rollover. I hope you understand our strategy of rollover. Then before I will now give you another strategy that now supersedes the rollover. Okay, let's go. So let me clear this off. Okay, now, so we are using the month of May. So on May 1, what you are looking for is what? What you are looking for is so for this strategy, I say you should go for 5% of your capital, so that we can be able to play 20 times before our money will finish. I hope you understand. 5% of our capital means we can play 20 times before our money finishes. So 5% is very safe. So that means let's assume that our capital is 100,000. So 5% is 10,000 naira. So we are starting with 10,000 naira. So, and each successful rollover will give us how much? Will give us 90k. Because I hope you understand that each successful rollover will give us 90k. 10,000 gives 30. You carry 30, it gives what? It gives 90k. So we want to know that how many successful rollovers can we see? Will be achievable in the month of May. This thing is very simple to calculate, honestly. Very, very simple to calculate. Now, we are calculating profit now. So on May 1, we had a win. On May 2, we had another win. On May 2, we had another win. So that's 90k profited. On May 3, sorry, I have that on my head already. So on 3rd of May, we lost. On 3rd of May, May 3, we lost. On May 4, we won. But because we are doing a rollover on May 5, we lost. So there was no rollover there. I hope you understand. So let's look at it like that, critically like that. So what I need you to look at here is just okay to wait to not to waste our time because of time of recording this. Now let's just look for how many times were we able to get a back-to-back winning throughout this month. So we said we had one on okay, let me do it that way. We had one on 1 1 2. We had a back-to-back winning, that's 90k. So let's just scan through like that, we don't have to waste time. So on 6 and 7 we have another one, so I jot it down. 6 7 we have another one, that's another 90k. Then we continue like that and look for another one. So I think that was when the losing streak started. So this time somebody would have been pissing in his pants, losing, and I'm very sure some frail-hearted people will have given up. But 25th, 26th, there was another rollover winning. 25, 26, there was another 90k. Then 27, 28, another rollover. 29, 30. So we have 27, 28, 29, 30. 27, 28, another 90k. 29 and 30th, another 90k. And on 31st, we roll over, we had just 30k. So let's do this calculation. So this is 90 times what? 1 2 3 4 5. This 90 times 5, that's 450 plus 30. So 480,000 was the total amount of money generated. But don't forget, there's something you don't have to forget. To calculate the amount of money that was lost that month is very simple. All you need to do is to calculate the total matches lost that month plus total matches won. Total rollovers won. You are not calculating the matches one after the other. You understand? It's the total rollover won. So how many rollovers did we win for that month? We won 1 2 3 4 5. You understand? And we are going to count this as well. That's 6. So the total matches won will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. That's total matches won. And we are taking how much per day? We are taking 60,000 naira per day. You understand? 60,000 naira per day is what you are taking. 10,000 naira per day is what you are taking. So if you want 6 times, that means that's minus 60,000. I hope you understand. 60k. Then how many matches were lost? We lost 18 matches that month. 18 matches were lost that month. So minus 18. 18 matches, that's 10,000 times 18. That's 180,000 naira. 180, which is equals to how much? Which is equals to 240k. I hope you understand. 240k minus 240k. So the total amount of profit, despite the long losing streak for that month, is 240,000. So 480,000 minus 240,000 will give us 240,000. So this is one of the strategies. Simple rollover. And you know that this is a very poor month in the history of the rollover. So we are able to achieve how much? We are able to achieve 240k profit for that month. Okay, now let me just use another month. Before then, that should be April. So I'll be fast with this one in calculating because I presume that you already know how to calculate it as well. So let's quickly go to the month of April. So this is the month of April, and you know that what are we calculating? We are calculating 2 back-to-back winnings. So we have one on 2 and 3. That's one back-to-back winning, 2 and 3. 2 3. We have another one 10 11. So let me jot it down. 2 3 10 11. So let's continue checking. We have another one 12 13 14 15. 12 13 14 15. 12 13 14 15. So let's continue. We have another one 16, 17. We have another one on 16 and 17. So let's scroll up. 16 and 17 was another one. Then we have one 24, 25, 26, 27. 24, 25, 26, 27. So let's see if we still have one or two more. 26, 27, no. So we have another one on 30th. So, that one, since it finishes on the last day of the month, so that's a single win, and we still have to record it. So on 30th. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, for some people, I don't want to confuse us. We know that we say each successful rollover is 90k, Abi. So 90k for each successful rollover. This is just a preamble to my minions calculation. I hope you understand. This is just a preamble to my minions calculation. You understand better now. This is 90k, and this is how much? 90k, and the last one there is just 30k because it's the last of the 30k. So how much is the total amount of money that was generated for that month? That's 90 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 90 times 7 is how much? That's why I add my calculator here. That should be 630. 90 times 7, 630. So 630 plus 30, that gives us 660,000. So 660,000. So we want to calculate the amount of money we spent. I hope you understand. The amount of money we spent for that month will be the total number of winnings minus the plus the total number of lost matches. So now, how do I calculate this? Let me see how many matches were lost in the month of April. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we lost 11 matches. We lost 11. We won how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11 plus 8, that's 19. So that's 190,000. That's what we are subtracting from here. And that should give us, let's say 200,000. That's 460, 470. So that's 470,000 profits for the month of April. So I'm sure with this simple calculation, you should be able to do your own calculation as well. You can do calculation for the previous months as well using the one rollover. This is what we call the rollover strategy. I hope you understand the rollover strategy. And I use just 5% for this purpose. 5% to calculate this. Well, you want to take the risk, you can use 10%. But to be on the safer side, why not use 5% of your bankroll for the purpose of this? If you are able to make 470,000 profits in a month, roughly 500,000 naira, using 10,000 naira daily staking capital. So that means you can make 940,000 naira that same month if your own staking capital was 20,000 naira. If your own staking capital was 30,000 naira, that means you can make how much? You can make like 1.4 million naira. I hope you understand. So this is the simple rollover strategy. Let me end this video here. I will create the video, the main video, the millions of naira video. So this one will combine the simple rollover strategy, the one rollover strategy, plus calculating new staking amounts. That's what I call it. The one rollover plus new staking amounts calculating. Each time you have a winning, you are going to calculate what our new staking amount will be. That's the strategy. So let's stop this one here.